Hi, yeah, hi, yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. Pow, pow. Man, this was a fun movie. It was non-stop action, all kinds of stuff happening. Music went with the choreography. It was great. This is a 2019 film. I just saw it in theater, obviously. It's directed by Chad Stahelski. Stars Keanu Reeves, Halle Berry, Ian McShane, Lawrence Fishburne, Mark Dacascos. It runs 2 hours 11 minutes. It is rated R. Super assassin John Wick is on the run after killing a member of the International Assassins Guild. And with a $14 million price tag on his head, he is the target of hitmen and women everywhere. Woo! It's a thrill ride for sure. I'll first address the situation of the third film. Okay? This, I obviously own John Wick 2 here. And every movie in this trilogy has been phenomenal. Like, groundbreaking. Like, you didn't think Keanu Reeves could do this stuff. You didn't think a movie could be this exciting the whole time. Every single one is like that. If you want to go back and watch my review of John Wick 2, I gave that an A. And it's just amazing what they can do by pumping out great movie after great movie with action nonstop the whole time. It's just phenomenal. You know, like sometimes we have great movies come along like Baby Driver or whatever else. There are a lot of them. Even Salt or all kinds of great movies out there. They come along. They have action the whole time. It's okay to have them every once in a while. That's what makes them special. But sometimes a series is created, and like John Wick, that is just phenomenal all the time, every single movie. I don't know how they do it, but they keep the storyline going. And they have these great freaking scenes that you'll never forget if you really enjoy it. And it's just phenomenal. So, this is a really big movie, Chapter 3. And it is taking place in areas that have lots of people. It has somewhere in New York, a very famous spot. It has a subway system. It has, buildings and hotels and just what it took to make this movie is amazing. And then to have what they have happen in it is great. But for this to be a third film and to be this amazing is great. Obviously, Keanu Reeves is awesome. Some of the time, his things to say aren't, groundbreaking. And people can say something about that, I suppose. But I really only have about three things that are something that I would like listen to somebody complain about with this movie. Number one is the captions, how they have to speak in other languages and how they have to put up English on the screen. This is a very good movie series, and the times that they have to have subtitles, it kind of brings it down just a little bit for me. And then they have this next scene, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And honestly, the way that they do subtitles in this movie is like big and flashy, and I thought it was really actually kind of cool. Like I was able to go, oh, okay, so that's what they're saying. It's big and huge. And some of the things that they say are so profound. The biggest line in this is, if you crave peace, prepare for war. And it's just like huge up on the screen there. And it's really effective. So in times that people say John Wick, they put John Wick up there in like blue and stuff. And it's kind of cool too. The second thing would be, there's a fight scene near the end. And the two guys that are against John almost respect him too much, and they honestly have two knives at his throat, and they let him up because they respect him. They don't want to take him out like that, I guess. So I can see that being a really weak point of the movie. When it came along, it was kind of like, what? Just, you're going to kill him, just kill him. And it's like, we know what's going to happen if you let him up. Everybody knows what's going to happen. So that was a kind of a weird moment. I just don't like how they did it. And that whole kind of group of those characters was kind of weird along the way. But their head guy was really cool and really talented in his fight scene. And then they kind of have a moment that's a little awkward after him and John fight too. The third thing would be just the ending. Like in general, you get through this great movie and it ends, and I'm glad that we're gonna get another John Wick or more. I would love this if it turned into like Resident Evil and got like 6 or 7 films. I think that'd be awesome. I don't know how they can keep the storyline going for that many, but it's kind of only off one thing. So I thought this was going to be it, and so I'm sorry if I spoiled that for anybody, but honestly, this deserves another one. Like everything that happened in this movie and the way it does end, you need another one. And it could be kind of like Resident Evil, where the last one is like painted as the mega, this is it for the series. And if John Wick 4 is painted like that, I'd be happy about it. I mean, I thought this was going to be in, so if they're going to make another movie and that's the finale, it is one heck of a series. It's really worth watching, everybody. I think this is going to be one of those things where you really love it or you kind of hate it, and because there's just so much action and it's all so fluid and so beautiful. It can be a little repetitive, and people could be turned off by that. But honestly, all the other characters in here, I read the names earlier, is that everybody did their part. Like Halle Berry, this is the most badass I've seen of her in a long time. Great role for her, great exposure for her, great command of her character, great embodiment of what it takes to be in a John Wick film. Some of the people along the way were really easy to defeat, but they brought their character as a presence and a situation that you didn't think was going to be able to go. I've got to give mad props to the middle scene here. I lost count how many people get taken out, but like I said, with any movie that has action with the right music along the way, just bum bum da da bum bum, and that's when the gun goes bang bang. It just is perfect, and I really like movies that do that. Atomic Blonde was kind of like that. Baby Driver, those kind of movies. And I know somebody out there is going to be like, why is this movie so good? And there's a couple slow moments, but it's not like slow. It's explaining things to give you a relief from the last moment of just amazingness. And so I'm going to give John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, an A-. I'm going to leave a little bit of room because the second one was so good, and we're assuming there's going to be a fourth. So an A- for John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And as always, enjoy your movies. Thanks.